everybody. Thanks for joining me. Wherever you are and whatever time it is, morning, afternoon, or evening, I hope all is well in your world. Today's video is going to be a bit different than the other videos that I usually do. It's going to come with a story and a lesson at the end. So I had a few comments in some videos that I've been doing lately, and I always welcome comments, but I wasn't quite expecting comments like these. And here's what they were. Out of the three comments I'm going to refer to today are: this woman could be a commercial for Ambien, which a national commercial for Ambien would be a nice chunk of change, so I would do that in a heartbeat. But they said in my video I looked like I could be a commercial for Ambien because I had such dark circles under my eyes. Second person said, was I on drugs? And somebody commented on that and said, agreed. What is she high? Question mark, question mark, question mark. And big smiley faces and ha-has after them from these three individuals. And it was on two different social media sites. So me being me, the first thing I think is I'm horrified. And then the second part of me is, oh my gosh, I have enough people looking at my videos. They notice when I look horrible and I'm having a bad hair day. So I got a little bit of a chuckle out of it, and then I thought about it and thought of how to handle it. So let me reassure anybody who is watching my videos on a regular basis or just for one time. It's important for those viewers as well. Let me address the Ambien. I can address it all. I can address the Ambien. I can address the dark circles. I can address the drugs. I can address all of it together. Part of it is automatic responses when you have a spinal cord injury, which is what I have. The details of the comments, there was also something about blinking in there that's making me remember. And when you are exhausted and you suppress a yawn, we've all been in situations where we're talking and we suppress a yawn, and you kind of close your mouth and grit your teeth a little, and you don't want to do a big wide yawn while you're speaking with someone. And with people with spinal cord injuries, it's like your body is rewired in a totally wrong way. How can I explain easily? You have a light plugged in to a socket. You reach up, you go to turn on the light switch, and the toaster goes on. That's the way my body is. It's rewired all wrong. And the reason I mention exhaustion is because for the last 3 or 4 months, I've been dealing with a health issue. Undiagnosed, can't quite find out what it is. There's a variety of symptoms, but one of them, unfortunately, is exhaustion. It's exhaustion like I've never experienced before. And it's not exhaustion where you wake up and you say, oh, I'm a little tired. I kind of had maybe not a good night's sleep, or maybe I need to take more vitamins. I'm very into unconventional medicine. I take a lot of holistic things as opposed to conventional things. Not that I'm really a champion of both. I think that both working together is the best to take care of yourself, whatever your needs are. But one of the symptoms I have is extreme exhaustion, and it's, again, not the not the tiredness you wake up with from not having a good night's sleep. It's the kind of exhaustion where I could be sitting as I am, talking with you right now, and it hits me like a brick wall, like an absolute brick wall. And all I want to do is this. But I realize that that's not going to inspire or motivate anybody in a video. So I clench my jaw when I feel yawns come on, and it makes me blink a lot. Cannot help it. It's an automatic response. Automatic, whatever you want to use. There's a lot of crazy I'm trying to mix both words. Autonomic responses your body has when you have a spinal cord injury. I'll tell you a little funny one. When you are yawning, when you're truly yawning, I swear to the universe, or whatever God you believe in, whatever supreme being you believe in, that when you do yawn, your biceps twitch. This is for someone that has a quadriplegic level spinal cord injury. And I think everybody, it's a consequence of everybody's, or a side effect of everybody, I believe. I'm not sure about people that have spinal cord injuries that are paraplegics, meaning paralyzed from the waist down. Instead of like me, I'm affected from the shoulders down. Like you can see, I can move my arms, but I can't move my fingers. I can't type on the computer. So when you yawn, your bicep twitches, and you have to really, I have to hold, when I have a really good yawn, I have to hold on to something, because my biceps will come up, which makes my arm bend like this, okay? And you don't want to do that when you're talking or whatever. If you have to yawn and you can't stifle it, I use one hand to cover my mouth, and I use the other hand to hold on to my wheelchair so my other arm doesn't come up, and the person that's chatting with me is like, what is wrong with this individual? But a funny story is, middle of the night, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, a little bit later, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, I wake up, I can't sleep. But I have a serious case of the yawns. Now, the harder you yawn, or the bigger you yawn, the harder your bicep twitches. And my family can attest to this. And I'm laughing because it's just so silly. Why would that be a side effect? But it is. There's a lot of silly things about a spinal cord injury. So my loving husband is next to me, dead asleep, and I'm laying there, and I can't go to sleep, but I'm yawning, and I'm trying really, really hard not to let my biceps come up, because he's right next to me. He's got one arm over me, and I'm gonna whack him in the head if my arm that's next to him comes up. Well, I tried, and I was successful for a little while, and then I got too exhausted trying to hold on to my arms to not fly up and hit him in the head. So I yawn, and it's one of those really big arm stretching yawns anyway, and my biceps are very strong because they're one of the few muscles I have that are not affected at all. So I use them for everything. So they're very, very strong. If I linked arms with you, my bicep would hold on so tight that you could walk away and I'd be dragging behind you. Ask anybody who knows me. So I yawn, my arm comes up, bam, gets my husband right across the nose, right here, like if you were really walloped good by somebody. And he wakes up, and I'm usually a person with some courage. None. I had none that night. He wakes up. Oh, what the heck was that? And he's holding his nose. He's like, what happened? I'm like, oh, I don't know, honey. Did you have a bad dream? To this day, doesn't know the truth. No black and blue mark, but the next day it was red. He needed ice. It was bad. I'm going to make sure I don't send him this video, and I'm really glad he doesn't have a Facebook account. So that's a funny story. So all of these, the reason I'm addressing this is I wanted the people who follow me and are so gracious to do so and have been so devoted since I started this business 2 years ago that I do have a health issue. I did go back and look at some of my videos. One of the comments as well, a few are, the ones that I received are more of the content is coming to me as I'm doing the video. One of them said about the dark circles under my eyes, said I looked a lot better with a tan. Well, that's one thing as well. When you have a tan and you look refreshed and like you've been on vacation, and it's November, we don't look like that. So I went back and I looked at my videos from the summer, and yes, I do look a little bit different. And I wish I could look absolutely fabulous every day of the week. Not going to happen. But I'm not going to let that stop me. And that is part of the lesson. The other part is whatever I have that's going on in my body that I myself and my doctors haven't quite figured out yet, every problem has a solution. And that's the second part of what I wanted to talk to you about today. So if you're, and that's in health, that's in business, that's in life. If you hit a bump, and I'll talk about business because that's usually my forum when I do a video here, is in business, when you hit a bump, when you hit a wall, where it doesn't matter if it's a little tiny speed bump or a wall that you can't see the top of. If it's a huge wall, don't stop. Just take a breather and know that every problem has a solution. And look back and to be motivated and to help yourself not say, oh, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to find a solution. I'm going to just stop. Don't do that. If I did that right now with my business, I would be a fool. And I had to remind myself of this, within 2 years, not even 2 years, I have started a blog that turned into a website that people were signing up to get notifications when I posted new articles. I turned that into 2 self-published books. I created a self-development webinar that I'm very proud of, and I've been introduced to some incredible online information, some education that is about online business, and it has helped me make my business explode. It's business in a box. So whatever you do, don't stop, don't give up, and remind yourself of all that you've accomplished. So I'll see you again really soon. Take care.